Hello, beautiful souls. We are on the third part of this mystical empowerment in this new era series, and we will be talking about a little 101 on intuition. So, why is intuition important? Intuition is so important, especially as we move into the age of Aquarius fully. This is about, and a lot of us are experiencing these themes of sovereignty and freedom. If we are in touch with our intuition, we then have our own answers. We have our own guidance, and we don't have to rely and become codependent on other people and their opinions, their advice. And I am just super passionate about, because sometimes intuition doesn't make sense. Your intuition doesn't make sense to even you at times, but other people definitely. So that's where it becomes very tricky of leaning on others to glean all of your answers. And I can just say, like, from my heart, that since I have been consulting with my intuition more regularly and developing a deeper relationship with it, things have unfolded, expanded in ways that I couldn't have imagined. Because here's what's happening. Our logical mind is only so big, okay? It can only perceive so much. And there are so many things beyond our perception that we know, that we can even fathom, that we can plan for, that we can try to control, right? But our soul has a plan. Our soul has a plan. We are being guided through all of this, and that is what the intuition is. The intuition is your internal compass that your soul gave you when you were born on this planet. And many of us, including myself, have learned to turn it off or not listen to it because it's subtle, and because we just haven't learned. We haven't grown up in a society where that's something that is valued or taught, right? So really learning it's almost a relearning process of, like, the subtle capabilities and the subtle channels within you that you have access to. And it's really, really exciting work and empowering. Okay, like, this is really where we can take back a lot of our own power. So let me talk about, I wanted to also talk about how it works. So it works differently within different people. So depending on your cosmic blueprint, your design, which energy centers are lit up, your human design, your astrology chart, and then just your unique energetic gifts. That kind of like gives you a map of where your intuition lies. In the Soul Journey program, in this course, we're going to be diving deep into that aspect of it so that we can get really clear on that. But for the sake of this conversation and this episode, the intuition can come through in many ways, and that's the fun part, is figuring out where it comes through for you. For instance, it might come through in a type of knowing. It might come through, like, you might be one of those people who always has, like, a gut feeling about something, or you used to have a gut feeling and then you've kind of shut that sense off. You might be someone who sees things like numbers and signs. And that is one channel that intuition is coming through. So we all have multiple channels, but we want to figure out what our strongest ones are. So I'm going to go over 3 strategies, 3 different ways of trying to connect with intuition. So the first one is getting still and asking for a sign. So you can, if you feel like I mentioned before, if you're really into numerology and numbers, you feel like you want to sign through numbers, through angel numbers, you can ask the universe, get still, present a question, and ask the universe to show you a sign through numbers. And then you can go online, look up the numbers, see what information that you're getting from that. But also, when I refer to asking for a sign, it can be like a talisman or an omen or a animal. So oftentimes I like to use nature and animals, or you could use shapes. So for instance, I give this example a lot, like a bird and a rock. These can be your signs that you can ask for. You could ask for a giraffe and a raccoon. Whatever you feel intuitively connects with you at the moment. And the funny thing is, if you give something obscure, spirit, your intuition, will find unique ways to show it to you. So you can play with that. But for now, I'm going to go with two very simple things, the bird and the rock. So you sit down, you ground, just take 3 grounding breaths, and you're going to ask Spirit, Spirit, I'm really unsure about this decision that I'm making. I'm asking for a sign. Should I, say you're unsure if you should be traveling next week, for instance. If I should be traveling next week, send me a bird. And if I should stay home, send me a rock. Close, bow, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you're going to notice, what do you see first? Maybe on your napkins on your table, you see a bunch of little birds screen printed on them. There's your answer. Maybe when you don't see anything for, like inside, and you're like, okay, well, I'm not seeing anything. I'm going to go outside. And then you go outside and you notice there's some rocks right at the base of your doorway. That is your answer. So just trust in that. And I want to mention also, before we get to number 2, that trusting and just accepting, because we can overanalyze the shit out of everything. Well, that's not right. That's just synchronicity. That's not right. That's not right. This is what intuition is not. When you start second guessing, over and over and over analyzing, that is blocking intuition. So ask for that sign, what you see first, accept that. And then, if it doesn't make sense to you, if you really feel in your gut strongly that that's not the right answer for you, try something else. Maybe number 2. Tip number 2 is getting vocal. So this one's really simple, but a lot of times it's hard to remember to do it. But what we can use is, we want to bypass the brain. Okay, so the intuition, we want to bypass the brain. We want to get in the physical, the spiritual, the emotional body and see what intelligence is lying there. So in this case, we're connecting the gut to the vocal cords. This is called vocal intuition. So if you have something that you're not sure of, should I go on this this date tonight? You're going to have a deep breath in. Or So your 2 key words, they're not words, they're guttural phrases. Or and then you'll kind of feel like a rock back, and then and you'll feel like a little bit push forward and an expansive kind of feeling. So play with that. It's a really fun one because you hear it out loud, right? So you didn't make it up, you produced the noise, right? So you're really tapping into that gut vocal cord connection and not allowing it to go into the logical, overanalyzing brain. So try that one, and And it's not yes and no, because yes and no, we have so much wrapped around those words. So it's See how that goes? And then 3, the third tip, is using tarot or oracle cards. Love me some tarot oracle cards. I actually really prefer my oracle decks, and this is Doreen Virtue's deck, the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and I pulled right before this, of course, Inner Wisdom Athena, which her message is connecting to intuition. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action. You know what to do. So using tarot and oracle cards, for me, they tend to just get me out of the second guessing, because it is so physical and real, right? Let's see what this one is. Unconditional love. So you are able to really like start building these muscles with things outside of yourself. You know, if it's hard to listen to your gut, if it's hard, I teach also some like somatic intuition exercises, a lot of things. There's like a body pendulum one that I really love, but these are really good to start, especially if you're having trouble believing it and overanalyzing it. Start with things outside of yourself. Ask for a sign, use these cards, use your voice. Things that you can kind of build that relationship and that muscle and that trust with your intuition. So I hope that was helpful. I have exciting news. I am opening enrollment today for Soul Journey, which is a 4-month cosmic healing and embodied soul purpose program. And this is geared towards intuitives, empaths, highly sensitives. If you are feeling like you want to step into a new phase of independence, of being supported by your gifts, of being energized, taking control of your energy, and aligning with your superpowers in a way that you can give to the world, like show up in a heart-centered way while feeling supported and feeling nourished, this program is for you. You will love it. Check it out. I'm just opening the website just today, so it's finally live, and you can apply. And anyone who sees this video, just mention the code IGTV. You can put it in when you submit an application, IGTV. In the next 24 hours, if you submit an application, you will get $100 off the program, and it's going to be powerful. We have an amazing list going of people already pre-enrolled in this program, and I am so stoked about the energy that we are going to create together. Like light workers, empaths, creatives, heart-centered business people, like we are coming together, and it is going to be really, really powerful. And I'm so excited to be the guide for this journey. So check out the link in the bio. There's an application there to apply. And yes, I'm so excited, and I hope this video was helpful about intuition, and have a beautiful day. Thank you.